Hello, welcome to It's Always Something. I'm your host, Christopher, joined by my hosts, Rick, Carlos, and Antonio.
So this is our first episode of our second season. It being our first episode, we're just going to talk about the group that started us, BTC, and the many groups within it.
That's true.
We have a new member joining us, Antonio Vigil. He's a new member.
Nice
my name's Antonio. I've been in BTC for the previous years. Last year, I was a part of the social media group, which is a group that specializes in spreading the word about our youth coalition, and we help promote ourselves to the community so people learn about us. And I go to Oceana High School, and I've been a Pacifican for 16 years, my whole life. And I love it here. And last year I actually got interviewed by the podcast group, and it was amazing. So I just wanted to join it this year and give it out a try. And I'm loving it so far.
All right.
We're very happy to have you.
We're very happy to have you in this group.
Thank you.
We're actually very excited to have you for our next upcoming podcast. And this is just the first of all 5 podcasts. We're going to have some really cool podcasts during the year. We have this podcast, which is going to be about BTC.
Just the introduction.
It's going to be really cool, promise. Grab some popcorn, buy the TV, watching this. Thank you. And yeah, let's talk about our day for a little bit. How's your day today, Rick?
Checking.
My day was great.
You did something cool today?
Yeah, there at school there's like some march about a free Palestine march.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm aware of the situation there, so I had to join it. I had to walk with them. I also made a new friend. His name is Adam.
Adam.
I think Antonio knows who that is.
Who's Adam?
Or Gog. No.
It's a made-up person. We're messing.
No, he's a freshman.
He's real.
He's a freshman.
He's a real
yeah.
person. He's a real person.
How was your day, Carlos?
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Started a new
You did
project
anything
in
cool
humanities. Yeah, started a new
Project? What is it?
Writing like a story with multiple chapters on it with different writers.
Because I write stories, me and Rick, we're inside like AP classes. We just have to write essays all day. But I'm loving it. I love my teachers, and I love my class. I love my school.
Shout out to Mr. Milweed.
Shout out to all my teachers.
Yep, Mr. Millie.
Thank you.
How was your day, Christopher?
My day, I think it was a pretty cool day, honestly. I got to do a lot. I was really productive throughout my day. I had my math, I had my AP US history. I was learning that. It was pretty good. So I think I had an all-around solid day.
What'd you do?
Oh.
Studied, that was it?
Yeah, I was literally just studying. I was literally just writing
very
notes
interesting take on a good day.
I was writing, okay. I felt like it was a really productive day. To me, productive means good.
Yeah.
Like having a productive day. I think productive days are good, That's my personal opinion. Yeah.
And what about our new co-host, Antonio? How was your day?
The day was pretty good. The day's always good when you wake up and put on some Ralph.
Peep the Ralph.
It's Ralph Day. Podcast day equal Ralph Day.
It's Ralph Day every day.
Hey, should we just join
Ralph
Day every day?
I think we should, Ron.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think we should join the Ralph.
Maybe.
What's stopping me, bro?
Can I join the Ralph?
Can you ask me?
You can wear a Ralph.
Oh, him?
Ralph V-neck, bro.
V-neck?
V-neck t-shirt.
No, I'm not.
Don't wear U.S. Polo Association. Other than that, my day was.
Or Tommy Hilfiger.
My day was just fine. Just went to
None
my classes and came here, and now we're here.
So let's talk about BTC. What does BTC even mean? BTC. What's it mean?
BTC stands for Be the Change, I think.
Be the Change.
Yeah, Be the Change. Be the Change youth organization.
But what does it change?
It just informs the youth about how they can improve their mental health or prevent drug usage.
Yeah.
Or drug use.
It was started by by Mary Beer, our very own Mary Beer. Yeah. She was actually the mayor, right, for a year?
Last year, yes.
Last
in
year
2022.
she was the mayor of Pacifica.
Yes, indeed she was. Do you want to expand on what this changes?
Yeah, Be the Change is pretty self-explanatory. It says right there in the name, Be the Change. We are practically spreading awareness to the youth about our problems or the society's problems in today's world, and we're informing everyone to be the change and create a better future for our youth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For future generations, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Future generation is a big thing. We're the future generation, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we say, what we have.
What we say influences the other generations to come.
Oh yeah, that's true. So we're basically going to become tomorrow's leaders, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now we know what Be the Change is. How is Be the Change going to be useful for this community? What impact can it make?
I mean, like I said before, it just informs the youth about how they can improve themselves, whether it be their mental health, preventing drug use, and it's not just preventing drug use in themselves. It's just helping them to inform their other people around them, family, friends, peers,
especially for youth,
pupils,
because it can be very dangerous and addictive towards youth, and this could ruin, as we are tomorrow's generation.
Yeah,
we don't want to mess that up. We don't.
Yeah.
So that's it. Carlos, would you like to elaborate on this?
Yeah, I feel like we, as like the generation, if we like mess up something or give the wrong information, we might affect those generations to come. This is why we're here, to inform them about these problems that are going on in the world right now.
Well said, well said. So we're in BTCs with 4 different groups, Be the Change. We have 4 different groups. This guy used to be from a social media group, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk more about the social media group? You give a brief introduction in the intro. Talk more about it.
Sure, Christopher. The social media group was, it was a group of about 10 or 12 kids, and we all set up social media accounts, TikToks, Instagrams, Facebook, and we made videos and posts, basically spreading our cause and promoting the rest of our groups, like your guys' group, the podcast group. And the whole year we just worked on setting up these accounts, creating flyers and sending it out throughout Pacifica. And at the summit, actually, we ran a photo booth. I'm not sure if they're going to do it this year again, but we ran a photo booth where important people in our community can take pictures with normal civilians and
like who?
What do you mean?
Who are those important people?
No, our youth, and they can take pictures with more important people.
Like Tigarius, our current.
Yeah, Tigarius. That's a good important person in Pacifica.
That is.
He's the mayor, not
Our
good.
mayor.
Yeah.
Mayor.
He was a new mayor, right?
Yep.
He's a new one.
Yeah.
Our new
He's the
mayor.
one.
Unfortunately,
Very
mayor's not in there
excited.
anymore.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Anything else about social media that was remarkable?
How many posts did you make?
How many posts?
Yeah,
Yeah.
posts.
I heard you guys
had
made
like
one.
barely 3. Yeah.
Oh,
I heard you guys
well,
didn't do really that much.
See, the thing was, last year there was a lot of, there wasn't complete organization in our groups, which held us back, and we did have some issues in our groups.
Mm-hmm.
But this year we're working to quickly resolve that, and we're making more organized structure, and we're actually a fully functioning group now. And I hope social media creates more posts than we did last year, because we did make around like 3 or 5 posts last year.
Is this why you switched over here?
Yeah, mostly.
Good
like
choice.
the honesty.
Great
Good
choice.
choice.
Mostly
choice.
why.
I heard they're really unproductive. Too.
Yeah.
Last year.
I heard the
last
leaders
year.
really
Let's
Angry.
let's not talk bad about it, but
Very
this
hostile.
year they're gonna be way more productive. I can feel it.
I feel it too. I guarantee you.
I
You
hope
feel the
so.
energy or something?
I hope they make at least 4
Mhm.
posts.
This will be the best year yet for BTC, Be the Change.
Yep.
Tell me about the Summit program, the Summit group.
Well, the summit is an event that BTC has every year at IBL Middle School. It basically just like all year the group plans it, and it's basically just a culmination of all the information that we've been trying to spread and put it into one just big event. Like he said, there's a photo booth last year, and each group in BTC is in charge of a part of the group.
Yeah, part of the
Our
event, right?
podcast group,
We
we
had
had
a
a
podcast
live
booth.
podcast.
Yeah.
He
live
was
podcast
there.
day,
He was
that
one
was
of our special guests in that
He was
podcast.
just an interview.
He was we
Interviewee.
were
Yes,
interviewing
I
people
did.
during
We
it.
were interviews. Now
Yeah.
he's an interviewer. How you
Yeah.
feel? Feel good?
Yeah, I feel good.
There you
This
go.
this is why I switched over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the
Love it
Summit
a
though.
lot.
What does
Yeah.
the Summit do towards you?
Well, towards me or
Towards youth.
to youth? Yeah, I mean, it just informs them. Like, it's a great place. Do it at a middle school where you're like,
That's where we take
Like-
all that BTC did into one big event, right? This is where we
Yeah.
share all that
Yeah,
information.
The main event.
It's
Yeah,
what
it's
we
the main
work
event.
for.
This is
yeah,
what we worked for all
the whole
all
year.
that
All year.
time.
And I
Yeah.
feel like doing it at middle school is good because it informs the youth before, right when they're starting to learn about things like mental health and how it affects you and like how drugs affect you. It's a good way to inform the youth, you know.
I agree.
Do you know what the summit group does to prepare for the summit?
They basically just they plan the whole thing. They like plan the
Yeah.
speeches. They have a big speech
Oh, yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah, I remember that.
I believe the research group does a lot with planning the summit.
Yeah.
The research group.
I think the research group studies more the stats, right? About
Yeah,
like
Yeah, the research group
drug
really.
use and stuff. I
Yeah,
think.
they really work with the statistics of drug
Yeah.
use upon youth.
All our
And they-
groups kind of work as like one big brain,
One word, yeah, you
as you
say.
could say.
What?
group's
Can
like
you
one
elaborate
part
on
of the
that
brain.
real quick?
Yeah,
Tell us about
because
that, that's
because all our groups, they all work towards a common goal, and then once we put it all together at the end, then it goes together perfectly. Like research, they give information to the summit group and us, and then we can help spread that information, and social media can help us do that by spreading it on our social media
What, 3 to
accounts.
5 posts?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully more than that. This
Hopefully
year.
more than that.
Yeah,
this
this
Well, I'm
year-
not a part of it, so I
you
can't
were a
say.
part of it.
I really
though.
hope you
I
get
was.
promoted.
I was.
What did you did you contribute to that group? How
Yeah,
how
I
did you
did.
do that?
I made all 3 of the videos.
What were
that-
the videos
that were
about?
posted? Oh, you know, it was what was trendy at the time.
Like what?
Yeah, tell us about
Can
your
you,
first
can you elaborate on
first
that?
year at the social media group. How was that?
It was a lot of fun.
Lots of fun.
We didn't get a whole bunch done, but that year, like I said, is gonna change since we're more organized and structured now. But I'm not a part of that group anymore, so I can't really say.
And plus,
Mhm.
back then we were impacted by the coronavirus pandemic,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which really
Yeah,
slowed
we
things
came
down.
back, right?
We did come
We
back.
did come back for that.
Come back, but we all had to wear masks.
Yeah.
So in some sort of way, we're impacted. But I really want to talk about the research group because they're a really fundamental part of BTC,
Yeah.
as every other group. It's 25% each group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the research group, they conduct surveys towards youth to see the
Yeah.
statistics, see like how they feel towards like teachers, how they feel with counselors,
Yeah.
like drug use, really basic stuff with
When
high
you think
school.
about it,
like-
we almost did the same thing last year for our podcast. Remember we did research for that?
Oh yeah, we did a
we
little bit
researched
of
some
research.
stats. Remember that?
Yeah, for our topic.
Yeah, for our topics.
So
we did
statistics
the
could have
statistics.
changed from
Yeah.
here to there.
We still got the statistics of like how many people died from that and that.
Yeah,
Like drugs, yeah.
that is true. But the
Yeah.
research group really researches
They take it to a whole new level with that,
and
right?
dwells with that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They're 100% really important group in BTC. But I also want to talk about the podcast group, our group.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the best group. You know.
Of course.
I
it
think
is.
it's the best group.
Best group.
We all
Worst
think it's the best group.
being his former group.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
respectfully,
Respectfully.
respectly.
like
We're
the
messy.
leader just
Due to
straight
their
out.
25% each,
productivity, you know,
Well,
I feel like
I'm not a part of that group anymore.
But my favorite
so-
But you
group
were,
is the
though.
podcast
I
group.
was.
podcast.
Well, obviously,
Podcast.
it's one,
Of course.
but I still love it a lot. I feel like the podcast group really puts a voice out there in the city
Yeah.
of Pacifica.
We do the
Half
job
Bay.
that the social media couldn't do when you think about it.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to
Yeah.
be mean, but we
Yeah.
do that job better than
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
So, although the name being kind of self-explanatory, can you give a quick rundown, Carlos, of the podcast group?
The podcast group.
What's
Give
a podcast?
Yeah,
group?
the
What do you
podcast-
do?
Give a summary.
Yeah, so the podcast group, what we basically do is we write our topic, we research our topic, and then we give our lines to each other. And then we don't really go off the script sometimes. We go off script to give you more of a real experience and not just go off script. But what we basically do is just do research and we talk about it here. We have
What do we talk about? What topic?
we
do
talk
always
about
relate
like
to?
topics that the research group gives us sometimes, like Antonio. Wait, you said social media, right? So you give us some topics sometimes too. They gave us suggestions with drug abuse.
No,
Yeah,
but like, what do the topics tie into? Like the main.
Social,
thing.
mental health overall.
Yeah, mental health.
Tied into mental.
health,
We talk
mental
about
health.
sports gambling and how it affects
Oh yeah, that
people's
was last
lives.
year. We
Yeah,
did that. We talked
That
about
was my
sports
favorite
gambling.
podcast.
that was
our
the
favorite
best
topic.
one. Yeah,
We had some pretty cool podcasts last
Yeah.
year. Last year, the first one was BTC, same one as here.
we talked about smoke shops too and how they like.
Their
There are a
abundancy.
lot of
yeah, in Pacifica.
yeah.
Yeah, we also talked about even the summit. We're interviewing people. We're talking about what
Yeah.
you think about the summit, what you think about youth, and
Basically, we
Drug
do
use.
just a lot of subjects that tie into mental health overall.
yeah, 100%.
Okay, I wanted to talk about this other subject that was brought up, drug awareness.
Oh.
What do you guys what do you think how do you think that can be, I guess, tied into our youth and implemented so we can actually spread drug awareness and help put a stop to the drug pandemic?
Ooh, that's a really,
Well, I feel
really
like
deep question.
That's a really short.
It's really vague, but really deep.
Yeah, we can't really
You-
put a
you
stop
said a
to
lot
it.
in that
We
question,
we
yeah.
can't really put a stop to it because we force it too much. Kids will not want to hear us out. So that's why we slowly do it. We don't force it on them that hard. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Instead of like direct prevention,
Yeah.
we teach how,
We just show
how
them.
it affects
We
you.
just show them the effects that gives it, right?
Yeah.
The side effects. We'll definitely dive deep into that in one podcast,
Yeah.
talking about the side effects of smoking with youth, drug use with youth, and how the effects could become very negative long term and maybe even short term.
Overall, there are negative effects. The negative effects overtake the positive effects.
Yeah, 100.
The positive effects
Yeah.
takes like 5 seconds of pleasure, maybe more.
I say maybe
But
like
the
30
long-
minutes.
You speak from experience, I think, right?
Depends on
No,
the
I
drug.
speak from experience from people that I know. They tell me, and I try to make them prevent it.
Yeah, having a third-person point of
I
view.
try
on the
to teach
subject.
them that it's a bad thing and that they should stop doing that and cease it completely. But you know, that's why we have BTC.
I think
Yeah, that is true.
that's your job, right?
But yeah, we can't force it in, force an end to it. But we can definitely try and stop
yeah.
it completely.
No, spread the awareness.
Yeah,
Not
we
stop
definitely
it.
spread
the
awareness.
awareness.
We can make promotions through the social media group, the podcast group, through the summit especially, and the research that's conducted that's very precise could help us with these groups put a stop to it, or at least lessen it up. You know,
Yes, and yeah, I
Maybe
feel
lessen
like
it up.
Yeah.
we can't really take
can't
it away.
stop
You
it
can't
all.
really stop
Can't really stop it
something
all.
like that, you know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
even though we're gonna show it to them, I feel like there was still some of them will still do it. Some will go and reason.
There's always an
There's
outlier.
always those
There's
two. We
always-
can't really put a stop to it.
You
We
can't,
can't just take it
like,
away.
When you put laws on like shoplifting,
Yeah.
there's still shoplifting.
Yeah,
Can't really but we will try our best. Everyone.
yeah.
That's
especially
why.
BTC.
we
That's why
have
we're here.
BTC.
Yeah, be
That's
the
why we're
the
here.
change. That's how we're gonna be.
This
the
is
change.
why we're the voice of the Be the
We'll
Change.
be the change. You want to talk about how we'll stop it? You asked the question. I want to
Drug
know your
awareness?
opinion.
Yeah. What is your take on your question?
Yeah.
Drug awareness. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Then why'd you ask the
Then
question?
why'd you ask
Why'd
the
you ask the
question, sir?
Because it was the prompt. And
No,
you guys.
What
that
prompt?
was not. You going off you going on the script?
You know, he's a
No.
rookie.
You're not giving.
He's a rookie.
Hey,
I'm
we gotta
sorry.
do-
So we
We're
gotta,
sorry.
we gotta give him
We're sorry.
a little break.
Hey,
He's a
It
rookie.
was the prompt. If
Yeah,
you
he
saw
was in
her
a
hold
very-
up the whiteboard,
he was in a
then
very
So
you
you're
bad
going
group
off
last
on the
year.
script?
seen it.
You going on script? You're going off the script?
No.
Hey, we gotta be
really.
easy on it. He was in a very unproductive group last year.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he was
In
probably.
my
I'm
opinion,
sorry,
it was,
Antonio.
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Please accept my
Compared to all of
apologies.
So you gotta
Okay,
introduce them
guys.
like slow. We gotta do something.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
go
gotta do it
slow.
slow. You gotta do it very.
Yeah.
gotta walk him
So
through
would
it.
you like to scoot your chair away? You can just leave right now. Open the
Please.
door.
Go
Get
practice.
outta
Please
here.
open that door for me real
Messing.
quick.
We're glad to have you here. We're glad to have you here.
Okay, I agree. Tony's really sweet. We gotta calm down.
We're excited to have you here.
Angry.
All right, so what we just said about Be the Change, we said that we talked about 4 groups, right? The research group, which I talked about, the summit group, which you talked about, Rick, and the podcast group, which we are, and then, of course, the social media group.
The least productive one out of all.
And the
I
social media
say
group.
you did it in the correct ranking.
Yeah. Let's do the ranking, right?
Oh,
Let's do-
okay.
I say
Then
podcast,
podcast,
podcast top.
podcast,
I can say podcast top,
Summit, research,
Summit, research.
and social media.
social media.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
I
put
say we both were podcast
let's put
and Summit are
podcast on
fighting for
top,
the
and then
first
put
place.
social media and summit and research as a
Yeah.
tie. They're
Yeah.
like both second place, but we're just gonna be obviously first place. I mean,
Yeah.
like, why not, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we do the most work.
When you think about it, like the social media just had a photo booth, but did they really spread awareness about anything?
That's true. What did
Yeah,
they
like
do?
what was the point of that?
You
We
take
just take pictures
pictures.
for Instagram?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did they have to tag something or just
Yeah.
like what was
Tag
it?
A
What was
bunch
it?
of hashtags.
Did they do it though?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you
they
force
definitely
it?
spread a lot of people and
Yeah.
definitely got the
We actually
attention of the
talked to them,
community.
right? We
Yeah.
actually,
That was pretty cool.
Ask
Were
them
all like
below.
those props? Were those related to drugs?
yeah, like.
I
No,
heard.
Get
I
taller,
heard.
those are
right?
fun. We don't
I
want.
heard you guys waste a lot of money on that.
No, it's just we don't want the tone to be too dark. You know, you guys just want to go in there and.
Well, it
only
doesn't
talk
have
We
to
don't,
be
we don't have
dark.
to. We're not dark.
It's for the kids. You know, the youth.
Oh,
I
So
heard.
it's
I
for
heard
you.
one of the
It's all
props
for
had to
you.
be thrown away because
Yeah.
there's a beer bottle.
Huh?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, I heard about a beer bottle prop for one of
We,
the
we were
photos, and you had
talking
to
about
throw it
that
away.
too. It's a very
I have
sensitive
no idea.
topic when
I
you
have
talk
no
about
idea what
it.
you're talking
Because
about.
alcohol is really can mess you up really bad in your life.
We'll definitely talk
So
about
you
that
having
in
that prop
another
just contradicts
podcast.
what we say.
Talking
I
about
have no
alcohol
idea
usage.
because there's no alcohol.
I
felt.
vividly remember that.
No,
Did we?
because we all
Yeah.
sat in
Yeah.
a room and planned which props were gonna be used. And
How long
So
did
that's
that
what you
take?
guys were doing the whole time?
That was one
They were
meeting. That
doing
was
the
one
whole
meeting.
time?
That was one meeting.
That's crazy.
No.
So you guys did
No, it
one
was a
whole
part of
meeting
planning
about
for
props?
Summit. We did it with the Summit group.
With the summer.
So the Summit group had to
If
help
you guys
out
were
too.
there and you
They
listened,
couldn't do anything by
then
themselves when you think
if
about
you
it,
got,
bro.
If you got, we did it with the Summit
That's
group.
insane, bro. They couldn't do anything
Hey,
by
this is a
themselves.
3v1.
With
We
the
can't.
Summit group.
Hey, he's a
We're
rookie.
sorry,
Hey,
we're
come
sorry.
on,
I'm not
Yeah,
even a
let's
part of
go.
that group
Go.
anymore. I
No
don't
cover,
know
no
what's going on.
I don't want to mock the rookie at all. The rookie's gonna bring really significant value to this podcast group.
Yeah.
Completely come from a different group, which is gonna be really important for us. And I'm very excited. We're very excited to have
To have him here.
a new person, We're gonna have 4 perspectives instead of only 3
Yeah.
perspectives on this
Yeah.
podcast.
We had a new perspective from the social media group.
There you go. And
How did
maybe
you guys
yeah.
see us? How did you guys see us? Let's ask him.
Yeah, how did
How
you
did
guys
you
see
guys
the
see us?
podcast group, huh?
Yeah, I see us before.
Let's not
Get
be
an
hostile. Right? Let's
opinion.
calm
I'm
down.
not being hostile.
Me, I'm not sure because I never.
What about other members?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like Alan.
What
Like
do you mean
Young
with me?
Danny, I think, was in your group.
Danny.
Who's that?
Who's that?
I think
Who is that, bro?
Who
I
is
think I
that,
forgot
Carlos?
who it
How did
Are you
How did
coming
the
up with those
podcast-
three characters?
how was the podcast group seen
was.
as by other groups?
Huh?
How was the podcast group seen as from other groups?
You were seen as, I guess, kind of similar to us. You know.
I don't
with
think
the-
so. I don't
with
know
the-
about that one. Similar.
With the common goal.
Yeah.
The common goal.
We all
Yeah.
have a common goal
Yeah.
in here.
Let's talk about the common goal of all 4 groups. It's be the change, the summit, and all that important
I
stuff.
think we already got into that, but let's repeat it and summarize again.
Yes,
Shouldn't
let's
we?
100% summarize
Let's
it.
summarize
Why
it
don't
again.
we? So
Informing the youth about their mental health and drug prevention.
Yes.
that's be the change.
Yeah.
Let's summarize about the summit for me.
Summit, it's an event that
Rough.
BTC has every year. Big event, you know. Each group contributes to it. It's at IBL. I mean, there's nothing much else to say.
It's a
Yeah.
really cool event.
It's
I'm
a
really
really-
excited
I
for it.
really
this
like
year.
that.
Biggest
I'm
part
very
about it, you
excited.
should just come to, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You should experience what we
I
worked
feel like
on
a
lot.
summary doesn't describe it well enough. I feel
Yeah.
like you
We'll
should
talk
go to
about it in the
instead.
next podcast.
Do you know
Yeah.
what the social media group is going to do that for the summer or no?
I have no idea.
No. Are they going to do
Summarize
something
it.
similar though?
Summarize the social media group.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I'm not in there, so I didn't attend no discussion meetings with them, so I have no idea what they're gonna do this time.
All right. Well, to summarize the research group, research is very fundamental for BTC, Be the Change, and they conduct surveys, and these surveys really help and inform the youth and other members of this community.
The podcast group is the voice of Be the Change, informs the youth about drug abuse and mental health. And we go into a lot of topics that affect mental health overall.
Very well said.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's Be the Change for you. I think Be the Change is going to be a very, very impactful group
Yeah.
in the community.
I
and I'm
think
very
we're already
excited for that.
impactful
We're already
already.
pretty
Yeah.
impactful, and now we're going to become more
Yeah.
impactful. And I hope it grows and grows every year. Like, what if every single school had their own Be the Change? I think that'd be really
That'd be
important.
good.
Yeah,
That'd be
That would be good.
in
We
this
would have a lot
country,
of
it'd be really
competition
good.
though.
Yeah, we
We
don't.
would have a lot of
Yeah,
competition.
We have,
it's like what, 5 podcasts?
Yeah.
Way more than 5 podcasts. I'm talking
But
about
we're
like
the OG
thousands
though.
of like different
We're OG though.
podcasts. They're all gonna be,
We're from the start.
but it's always something.
Yeah.
Where are they gonna be? It's always something too. It's always
a
nothing
good one,
for them,
Chris.
right?
You good, Rick?
What?
All
I
right.
need to smack my back, okay? I can feel your sweaty arm.
But I'm
Yeah,
very
what piece
excited
of
for
food?
what this year is gonna
Mhm.
take us, especially from last year. Last year, I'd say is a pretty successful year. We got 5 podcasts,
Yeah.
and we're gonna have another 5 podcasts this year, and I'm really excited to make them, even rewatch them.
Yeah.
Watch the film, and basically see.
So, Chris, where can you find our podcast?
You can find our podcast on YouTube and on PCTV, which we want to give a shout out to, Pacific
Yeah.
Coast Television.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Did you got to give a shout out to anything? RNA, I think.
Oh yeah.
RNA Home Services. Hey, if you ever need any work on your lawn, car, anything, whether it be weeds in the backyard, your car is dirty, windows dirty, anything, go to RNA Home Services on Nextdoor and call us up. And we'll give you a free quote.
Nice. Very glad to
quote.
hear that. I might need
Anything
some
to
help
say
on
about that,
actually.
Antonio?
Yep. That's who we're sponsored by. That's
Half a sponsor.
that's who
Yeah?
we're shouting out. And also like to give a thanks to Mary Beer, which
For all
The
having us
founder
here.
of BTC.
the founder of BTC, who set up all
None
of
of
us.
this would have been possible
Without
without.
She
Yeah.
gave us the opportunity.
Mhm.
We want to thank her for that.
Yeah.
Very happy for that and very excited.
Mhm.
That's 100%. Carlos, you have any thanks to say?
No, just thank you to Miss Mary for putting all this together for us.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you. And then I'm excited for our second podcast after this. And our second podcast is going to be about the summit, I believe. That's what's planned.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for that. So I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the event in general. And I'm really happy for what BTC
I'm looking
has.
forward for the food there.
Yeah.
I'm low-key hungry right now.
Well, you're hungry now?
Yeah.
We can just order like a pizza, put it over here, and
Oh, you should get some props, son.
Yeah.
You should get some props. Let's get a money spread.
Why
Say
you
money
say-
spread.
a pizza prop.
I think money
No
goes
pizza
into
prop?
mental
No,
health
let's
too.
eat pizza.
That can
Real
be-
pizza.
Real pizza? Nah,
Real
sure.
pizza.
I want a pizza prop. You need a pizza prop. Yeah, you can bring a pizza prop.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
bring
not sure.
bring some pizza.
prop.
man.
No, we're just talking about pizza.
I know.
Damn.
Got me hungry, bro.
No, we're both hungry now.
I want a meat
We'll have some
lovers,
pizza,
bro.
really.
Meat lovers with jalapenos on it.
That's your favorite pizza?
Nah, just jalapenos.
Just jalapenos? Carlos, what's your favorite pizza?
I like meat lovers
Tacos.
too.
You love yours?
Yeah. I take my pizza into a taco. Yeah. With some chow. Do you put chow mein on your thing? Or noodles
No,
and
I
stuff?
put
rice?
jalapenos. Like I said earlier, if you were listening.
I
put
wasn't listening.
jalapenos.
I'm sorry for that.
You don't seem like a very good podcast when we do you.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you replaced. You know? how
Yeah,
we-
maybe
know,
maybe
we'll
we
put
could
it
maybe
on.
we could go
We'll
back to
also
the
do that.
We'll
three
get-
person podcast. You think?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick someone
We
up
can
from the social
replace
media
you
group.
first.
Jacob Kane.
I heard you assaulted our leader here, throwing a frisbee I think at her. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
what?
Yeah, I think that happened, right?
I think
Chris?
that ever
Okay,
happened.
that-
Do you
that-
remember anything?
yeah.
I don't
That
recall
information-
anything. I don't recall
I
anything.
That
recall
information
anything. I
doesn't
think
have
we
to
can
go
quiet,
public.
Yeah.
That information.
What about you,
doesn't have
Chris?
to go
Favorite
Be quiet
pizza?
now,
My
right?
What you
favorite
put on your
pizza?
pizza?
I'm probably gonna go with something simple. Up
Probably
like,
go gluten free.
yeah, probably like some gluten-free vegan
Oh,
one,
that's
of course.
disgusting.
Oh hell no.
I'm probably
Just
gonna have like pepperonis on there. You know, obviously the cheese and like mozzarella.
Cheese.
You know, mozzarella, of course.
Say
and, like, the
mustard?
toma- No, mozzarella, like
Oh,
mozzarella
okay,
cheese.
okay, okay.
You know, like,
Simple
mozzarella cheese is the
pepperoni
best
pizza.
one. No, add
Anything
some
else?
olives on it. Add some olives.
NPC.
Huh?
Olives. NPC
Olives?
pizza.
NPC order.
NP pizza. NP pizza.
NPC
How's it go? I
pizza.
don't know how that even goes. If I'm being honest
Sounds
with
like a
you.
normal pizza to me. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I put pineapples on it, of course. What's yours favorite?
Pepperoni.
On the
with
base of-
You like it
mushrooms and
small, right?
sausages.
Oh, okay. there
Petite
you go.
size, right?
You like it small.
No, I like it extra large.
Extra large pizza.
Extra large.
Petite size, right?
Small pizza. The smallest pizza of all time.
I get the personal.
Personal.
At round table.
But I'm very excited for what this year is going to bring to the podcast group, Be the Change, and all the groups in general. I'm very excited to see what we're going to do.
All right. Well, thank you for Pacific Community Television for having us here. Have a nice day.
See you in the next podcast.